right, we're having an episode of Versus here today on the 604 Podcast Network. And it's a nice little group of folks we have here, which spans both my present and my distant past. Okay, so we have two members.
Only two of us
of the Vidos.
Yeah. Sorry, Kirk.
Why don't you boys introduce yourselves?
I'm Brett. I play in the Vidos. Yeah.
I'm Nolan. I am also a player in the Vidos. I'm a drummer and a backup singer.
Okay.
And
well, there
mastermind.
You go. And mastermind.
Mastermind.
Did you mastermind his hair? Is that how that works?
Every day.
Yep.
Yeah. You should have seen the glob of mustard I pulled out of it before we got here today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what you're calling it.
That's what you're calling it. Yeah. I don't even want to pursue that at all. Next to them is Dave Benedict, who is part of Rock is Dead. So I should explain that a little bit. So Rock is Dead is a local label that is owned and run by Dave and also by Danny Craig. And we distribute them. So that's sort of to just bring it all together.
Thanks again.
What this is. Yeah. And maybe I will start a little bit. I don't want to turn this into a podcast about Dave and I, but I should probably say a little bit about that. So I've known Dave and Danny. I was trying to figure it out. I was thinking about it earlier today. I think we first met you in 99. Is that possible?
No. You would have met
2000?
me. Yeah, 2000. I joined the band in 2000. So that's when.
But Danny might have been 99 for me?
Yes, probably.
Wait, what year is it?
And Danny was 12, I believe.
It was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a quarter of a century relationship now, which is kind of insane.
Pretty bizarre, isn't it?
Well, music business relationships don't tend to last. They don't usually last 26 years. They usually last 26 minutes. So it is kind of remarkable. And so a few years back when Dave and Danny approached us about, that they had a label, it was a no-brainer for me. I was just like, I love those guys. And of course I want to do something with them. So that's how that all came to pass. And we don't have to talk too much about how we know each other, but maybe a little bit. So in 99 or 2000, whatever it was, there was no 604. There was no Simkin Artist Management. I was just a lawyer at the time. And but I was Nickelback's lawyer for a few years at that point. And, Chad is the kind of guy who, they'd go on tour for a year, Nickelback. The other three guys would disappear into their domestic lives when they got home. Chad's idea of vacation was, I'm going to go find some bands to produce. And one of them was a band called Shock the Day. Do I have that right?
Was it Shock the Day or was it Enema?
No, I think it was Shock the Day. I think the contract was Shock the Day. And, the truth is, other than Nickelback, most of the stuff that Chad and I worked on back then didn't work out. Like most things in this godforsaken business, didn't work out. But, Nickelback worked great, but everything else we tried, didn't really work, but didn't stop us. We kept trying. And I remember Chad called me and said, hey, buddy, remember that band Shock the Day? And I was like, yeah, kind of. I don't think I ever met them, but I remember doing the contract. So they got a new lead singer and he's real good looking. I don't know why I laugh at that. I mean, why do I even remember that he said that? But I do. And they're playing at Studebaker's tonight. You want to come check it out? I said, yeah. And for those of you who don't know, outside of Vancouver, Studebaker's is almost like if you look in a dictionary under toll bar, I think they have a picture of and it's a great place. I don't want to make it sound like
it was awesome.
It was an awesome place.
I cut my teeth at that place.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ouch.
And we went, it hurt. And we went and saw them and we loved it. And I actually do have memories of that night. One memory I have is that Dallas was so stage frightened that he had trouble facing the audience. He was facing the back most of the time.
Yeah.
Sang beautifully, but was sort of faced away from the crowd, which I remember Chad and I were like, well, other than the fact that dude doesn't face the crowd, it was actually really good.
Well, it's pretty crazy, right? I mean, he'd never sang in a band before. So, talk about cutting your teeth, like that was it for him, right? Like those were some of the very first shows that
I believe that was the first public show.
Yeah.
That's my memory.
I don't even think I was in the band at that point.
Oh.
Right? Because it was 10 months after the band became default. That's
you were in
when,
another band that started with an H.
a G, actually. It was Goya.
Goya. I don't
Yeah.
know why I was thinking H.
Yeah.
Goya.
Yeah.
There's a silent H in there.
A silent H in there.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
thought it was something else, but okay, that's fair enough. You would know better than I. And anyways, we loved the band and we ended up doing a deal with them to shop them. And it's funny because I think it took me a year, but I got them a deal with TVT. And I think Chad and I each made $12,500.
That was the first time I met you. Was when we played for Lenny in Danny's bedroom, if you remember.
I do remember that
And
out
this-
in Langley.
Yeah, this was my third rehearsal with the
Walnut
band.
Grove.
It was my third rehearsal with the band. I barely knew the songs.
I do remember that. I
And it
remember
was-
driving out there
Yeah.
with Chad and going to Danny's place. And was it a garage, a living room?
It was a garage that was converted into a bedroom.
Okay.
And that's where we rehearsed and
Crazy.
we wrote Wasting My Time in there and
Crazy.
Sick and Tired. And yeah, it was, like I said, I barely knew the songs at that point. And I was playing in front of you, Chad, and Lenny. And it
Crazy.
was what an intimidating
And by the way,
moment.
that band is Default. We haven't said that. That's who the band, Shock Today became Default. And, I will say I owe some debt to you guys because even though you were not a 604 band, it got the idea, it got my brain going. I was still relatively new as an entertainment lawyer. Like I'd been a poverty lawyer before that. I fell into that all so I was maybe 3 or 4 years in. And, but it got my brain going like, if we had done that a little bit differently, we could have made more money. We could have, I wasn't thinking record label. I was just thinking, oh man, we could have done that differently. Note to self, next time something comes. And sure enough, when we met Tyler from Theory, I applied all those things in my brain. But I owe a debt of gratitude to Default. I really do. Because that's really what got my brain kind of going.
Well, I guess it was a bit of a symbiotic relationship then, because we owe a lot of, debt and gratitude to both of you guys for starting our career and getting us going.
It's funny because obviously Default's history starts in Langley. Yours does too, doesn't it?
It does,
Vidos?
Yeah.
We were from South Side. He was from more.
We were from
Brookswood.
They went to school up the hill, and I went to school down the hill. Yeah, man.
Is that Walnut Grove? Either of those or no?
Brookswood.
Yeah. Completely the opposite end of Langley.
Yeah.
Like
So more towards
towards the
water?
American border.
Yeah.
Exactly. Down there.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then once he came on, like we totally made friends over that summer. And he said, you know what? I want to go to high school with you guys for my last year of high school because Brett was going into grade 12. So
I went to Langley Secondary and they didn't have a jazz program there. And these guys kept bragging about how good their jazz program was. So I went and joined them, spent my last year of high school in the jazz program.
this is a dumb question, but like, what was that easy to do? Like, wasn't there issues because you're not in that catchment or?
You know what? I don't remember there being many issues. I do remember forging my dad's signature to do it.
it was a tough school.
But only
because
because he was at work. He would have done it, but he was at work that day. But like, no, I didn't care about any of the programs except the music program.
Yeah.
So I just took whatever they had. I just did. They're just like, yeah, we got geography, whatever. And I'm just like, don't care.
Failed.
I'll probably skip that. Photography. I did take photography. That was nice. But
You should see him try to route a tour. Didn't pay
exactly.
off.
Yeah. No, it's still to this day. Would have been valuable. Yeah.
So after Edmonton, we'll go to Montreal, and then we'll go to Regina after that.
Yeah.
And so were you guys kind of the cool guys in the school because you're in a band?
We were definitely like the disturbers for sure. Like we were definitely the ones that like didn't play by the rules most of the time. Like
Yeah, we were obnoxious.
yeah, we were very obnoxious. There was one time where we came into high school wearing matching t-shirts. Mine was red, his was blue. Mine said ass man, his said man.
Yeah.
And we didn't even make it in the front doors before our principal was coming out with the garbage tongs saying, you boys better put those inside out right now or you guys are suspended. Actually, funny enough, our principal was the same principal that Danny and Dallas had from Walnut Grove.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we got to chat a lot about our sharing stories of Mr. Rempel. Well,
Shout out if you're
Shout out.
watching.
yeah.
God bless.
That's pretty. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew you guys went back. I didn't realize you went back that far.
15 years in August.
It's pretty cool though.
Next
Like,
month.
Crazy.
Yeah.
When we were graduating, like, everybody goes on spring break. What did you do? I went to my, parents' place in the Kootenays, or I went to my place in a Soyuz, and our thing was, we got P2 work permits and we toured down to LA and back. We played 12 shows. Mm-hmm. Nobody was there, but it was awesome.
Yeah, of course.
And we had like the craziest stories just from that tour that we couldn't really tell in a classroom setting that much. Like, already it was just like,
a lot of trap houses.
That's right. Yeah.
Nolan's dad was driving.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It was
Where's the third member today?
Washing his hair.
He's washing his hair. We were told that we could only bring 2 members in Dave.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
I mean, by the looks of the mic situation, we're lucky we got 4 people in here. So
it might have been problematic. Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. Since he's not here, if you want to slag him and stuff.
No, he sends his good tidings.
Yeah, that's why Dave's here.
We'll watch this.
That's why between Dave and Danny, Dave is here. He's here to slag Kirk. Yeah.
Right. And we can slag Danny. I mean, you've got 2 people here or 2 people not here to defend themselves. That's always but who you like to go after.
Only thing is Danny's coming in after, so whatever I say.
Am I doing something with him?
Yeah, I believe so.
Got the Chase Boys
the
coming
bear.
in, right?
Right.
Oh, right. Am I doing that? Oh, okay. I never know what I'm doing. I'm so...
Well, if we do slag him, just don't tell him what we said.
Right.
Make sure this podcast comes out after, and then...
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they say? People who have twins are stupid.
That's right.
That's the best slag I can come up with.
Man, when Monica got pregnant with the twins, I already had 2 kids at this point.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be hilarious if you had twins and you caught right up to me right away?
And look at that.
And then he had twins, and dude, he was pissed at me. I made it happen. Yeah, because of what I said. He's like, remember what you said? I'm like, yeah, but it's like,
There's a lot of scientific foundation for that position, but there you go.
Dave the shaman.
Yeah, exactly.
Oracle.
Does anybody ever say you kind of look like Phil Lynott?
Yeah,
the hair?
sometimes.
And you're a bass player.
Yeah.
Gotta like that.
I sing. Doesn't Phil sing too?
He was a singer. He was a lead singer for Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
And he had a weird little solo career, which I don't know if you've ever seen. There is a video. It's one of my favorite videos of all time of his solo single, which I highly recommend. Of course, I'm forgetting the name now, but I think it's the only one up there. If you look, Phil Lynott, like music video. And good God, that man had more charisma than, I mean, every so often I'll look at a band from the 70s and go, man, I wish I could have managed that band. Like that would have been high on my list.
Well, that's where the similarities between me and Phil end is the complete lack of charisma on this end. Yeah.
Well, that was another 3-piece band too, wasn't it? Were they?
That I'm not sure about. They might have been. I have no idea. I know the music, but
there's got to be 4. There's that guitar mini in.
No, I think I'm wrong. I think there's 2 guitars because they were known for their dueling guitar solos, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. And then I do have to bring something up also with Brett, which is
Here we go.
So no, it's nothing bad. So you got to tell me about that green Honda of yours. And here's why I'm asking. Amanda might have told you this, but I was this got to be about 2 months ago. I saw you twice in the same day in very different parts of town, which was strange.
Mount Pleasant and JJ Bean.
I saw you at JJ Bean, which is just down the street from here.
Yeah.
And you were leaving, so I couldn't say hi. You were sort of out the door right as I was like, oh, it's him. And then like 4 hours later, I'm near my house, which is sort of near on Canby Street, near the Choices. Like, is this dude following me? What's going on?
Yeah, man. Keeping tabs.
So I love the car. Like it's wonderfully kind of iconic looking,
Thanks, man. I mean,
it was.
I miss it dearly.
What happened?
I don't know, man. It just bit the dust like a month ago. It finally. I had just at its final resting place. It had just crossed over 472,000 kilometers.
That was the magic number.
Yeah, dude.
That's
So
right.
like, yeah, man, I've had that thing since we moved back from Toronto. So for a good 5 years.
Right.
Yeah, man, that thing, it was my house. It was my office. I spent so much time in that thing. I can't say enough good things about the Honda wherever you are.
And then
Daddy loves you.
Do you teach or something like that?
Yeah, so I teach at the School of Rock. That's why I'm in Mount Pleasant there. Yeah.
I met those guys. I was at a Music BC event, and I met. Oh, you got to come do something with us.
Yeah.
Which I'm not against it. They were sort of explaining the concept to me, which was interesting. And that of course used to be Yuck Yucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they still got the old carpets and stuff.
Yeah,
from Yuck Yucks. I'm kind of hoping we can use one as a drum carpet.
It's cool, man. Like they're on like festivals all over North America.
School of Rock.
School of Rock. Like the different like cities and stuff. Like you'll see like Osheaga, there'll be like the School of Rock kids on at like 1 p.m. Like all over the place.
It's a cool franchise to be a part of, man.
Yeah.
It's been super enriching. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it there.
Yeah, that's
Shout
cool.
out Alan, Mike.
Are those the two guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I met at that. At that Music PC thing. Okay, well that's cool. Let's talk a bit about what the band. So you're starting to gear up. You've put out some stuff recently, and there's more stuff coming out. And you have a tour coming up.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a bit about that? Like what's coming?
Yeah. Well, we're getting on the road in mid-August here. It's the first like time we're really getting some good kilometers under our belt in like a little bit. It's also like the first time we are touring without our bus. So like we've from the very start, like way back when we were teenagers, we bought like the Vancouver General Hospital handy dart and we fully renovated it into like a plywood.
And it's now
bunks.
where the green Honda is?
It is in the same
Sure
place.
is.
Yeah. A lot warmer place than that. But so we're doing the flyout scenario.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if I want to ask.
Saying the boss went to hell in my car.
I see. Okay, gotcha.
It's down there revving up at us,
After Toronto, they had to burn that thing down to the down to the tires.
The amount of mold and stuff that's in that thing.
Okay, so
now.
what are you going to tour in?
So this time we're flying out and we're still actually deciding on the vehicle, but
U-Haul.
We're thinking probably going to do U-Haul.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so much cheaper.
So we're just going to do a Western Canada rip for now, just so we can keep the time off low and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're trying to get back and finish recording this record. So we're just going to go fly out to Regina and then drive the U-Haul back to Edmonton and fly home from there.
Gotcha.
And then we're going to hit Okanagan Island on separate weekends.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
later in the summer.
Yeah.
Great.
And then we
repeat the
next
same
year.
process in the East.
100%.
When there's bands on, we've had a few labels we've distributed over the years, and of course it's a slightly different type of relationship because when somebody signed directly to us, like it's a little more direct because a lot of stuff that happens with you guys, which is great. It's not a complaint. It's just a statement of fact about how it works. But so you don't get to know the bands quite the same way that you do when they're signed directly.
Mm-hmm. So
I guess, and again, part of the reason we do these Versus podcasts is because, people are always curious about what it's like, behind the scenes. What's it been like? And please don't, just because I'm sitting here and it's my company, you don't have to sugarcoat anything. What's it been like? I mean, what's the experience been like from your perspective?
like being on a label?
Yeah, well, Rock is Dead,
Yeah,
604, like the whole thing. Like, how's the experience been for you guys?
Pretty freaking cool, man. It's definitely it's interesting because us being on a label is as fresh as our label starting a label. So we're new, Rock is Dead is new, and then onto you guys is all new. So it all feels like everybody's really fresh and full of ideas working together, which puts a lot of energy into us where we're all just we're chasing the same thing. Yeah, let's go. Nothing can stop us. We haven't had any failures yet or anything. So we're all just chasing. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, we're just learning what it all kind of means. It's pretty cool, man. I'm
22 years in. I'm still learning what it all means.
Yeah,
too.
I bet. Yeah. Damn, dude, you started 7 years before us. That's it.
Huh?
Jonathan started when we were, we were 8 years old.
Well, 2001 91, so I guess it's more than 22 years now. Jesus.
Nice.
That's crazy. I know I'm in my 31st year with Nickelback, which also is
holy crap.
Kind of mind blowing.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we like the facility. We like coming here and fucking around. Like we filmed a music video here a couple of years ago now. Yeah, that's pretty infamous, I think. Yeah,
but it's always like, ever since I was a kid, like my sister was like in a guitar player in a band and stuff. She was in a band called the Chickabooms, and I remember like my mom was always like, "Oh yeah, they're submitting to 604 and stuff." So like that name has always been like a household name for me since I was a little kid. So
why do I know the Chickabooms?
Chickabooms?
You probably saw them. They played the PNE one.
Yeah,
year, right?
They played a lot of gigs around town, like every summer.
Yeah, I definitely remember that name.
Yeah, we used to look up to them a lot when we were kids, just starting this band. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Chickabooms.
Played lots of like Avril and
shout out Keith William Miller,
yeah,
wherever you are, if you're watching.
Who's that?
That's the drummer. Their drummer, who's the brother of the singer Valerie in the band.
Had a really cool, short-lived kind of folk career too.
They were managed by their dad, Daryl Miller, who's been in the Vancouver scene for a lot of years and stuff.
Yeah, they're all names that sound super familiar.
Just keep throwing names until you
sticks.
Whatever, man. But yeah, no, like,
But yeah, no, like 604 was just like a cool like household name. So it was like really cool to kind of tie that in and be like, hey, cool.
It's funny, man. Like when people say stuff, I mean, I'm always very grateful, but it's so funny to hear it. Like, I think when you're in the middle of something, you don't quite see it the way people who are outside of it see it. Like, because all I ever know is I'm in my office till 4 a.m. in my underwear. Like, it's so not like, I just started on TikTok. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but like, really, it's just me kind of taking the piss out of my own career on like a nightly basis, kind of going like, yeah, here's me and my glamorous career. I'm sitting here at 3 a.m. in my underwear, you know.
Dude, is that one of the videos?
Yeah.
That sounds good. That is our entire online presence, is us taking the piss out of our career. I feel like, so.
You know, I feel
we should collab.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I do feel lucky what I do, and I mean, I feel lucky for the success we've had. But you know, I also am very. There's a lot of people in this business who act like their doesn't stink, and there's a lot of people in this business who think that having a hit gives you a right to be an. And I'm very, very much against all of that, and you know, I just don't. I don't know. I just don't believe in that we're doing something different than any other job, and I've always run 604 that way. You know, I've always said that to the staff, like, yeah, we're in the entertainment business, but you know what? It's just business. Like, it's still. Like, you know, like all the regular rules of life, including courtesy, it doesn't go out the window just because you have a hit or two. So I don't know. It's, I think I've hit an age, you know, I turned 60 and I think you suddenly see everything a lot differently, you know, like you just like a lot of the, and it's funny now, all of a sudden I'm just sort of like, man, I'm running out of time. Like I have all these ideas still. I have all these things I want to do. And now it's like all I hear in the morning is tick, 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 tick. Oh, like before I just lays around in bed. It's like, I got to get to work.
Yeah. It's funny when you get to that point in your life when time is the biggest commodity that you have, right?
Or that you don't.
Exactly. Because we're on that down, as sad as it sounds, we're on that downward trajectory, right? So it's like, I don't have time to waste anymore.
Of course, no one really has time to waste, but
we do. We
at a certain point, because when you're young, like these gents here, and you're like, you think about your mortality, and it's like some vague. And I always was like that. I don't know if that's a Jewish thing. I just was always kind of tormenting about, you know, like Woody Allen, just tormenting about, you know, what does it all mean and what are we doing here? But it's one thing to be in your 20s or 30s and saying that. It's a vague concept. Then you hit fucking my age and it's like, oh, what's that right over there? Oh, what is that? Oh, it's the end of me. And it's right there. It's right in front of me. So then it just has this sort of urgency. Everything now has this air of urgency to it. My poor wife, who Dave has known for, in fact, I have this very vivid memory of when we were getting you the deal with TVT, of going to Pacific Center with you guys and helping you shop. And I brought, you know, Jennifer, my wife,
I think that again was before.
It might have been before you,
my
right.
time, yeah.
But it's just funny. But yeah, I mean, so now I have this sort of sense of urgency on a daily basis of all the things I want to accomplish, and I think Jennifer would love it if I just sold everything and retired. Chad might love that too, but that I don't know what am I going to do with myself? Like if I wasn't working here, I think I would die. I think I would just have no reason to get up, and then maybe I just wouldn't get up.
Yeah,
this is real uplifting stuff, boys. Thanks. thanks again for having us on the pod. Happy to be here.
Yeah, you didn't think I was going to go to there, did you?
Just a shadow of your youth. Just
this is what
me
you
and
have
Nolan
to-
over here, like these young bucks.
This is what you have to look forward to, boys.
Yeah.
What's like the next urgent thing you want to do?
I have so many things. Like it's crazy the list that I have, and that's why my assistant recently quit. I had to, and she was here for quite a while, and I think she just burnt out. But nothing bad happened or good terms. But I realized in her absence, I have a new assistant starting on Monday. I realized in her absence what a job that is, because I'm just one of those people. I just constantly have ideas. Like I go to the office at night, I get high, and I start to just think. And I come up with 8 million ideas, of which maybe 3 are good. But then it's a matter of that's the thing I love about what I do, is that I can have a thought and then it actually can turn into a reality.
Yeah.
It's like, I had this crazy idea for, example, all the restored videos that we've been putting up on the YouTube channel, 604 Restored. That was just something that has been bothering me for years. I would look at these old videos that were made in the early 2000s, and they look like now. All those videos look like the default ones look like too, those old ones. No, I mean, they're good. Thanks, John. I mean, the technology. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
oh yeah, definitely.
They look pixelated.
Yeah.
And it's not a comment on the video. It's a comment on the technology at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember I would see there were 2 or 3. We had a band on our label called Faber Drive, who I'm sure you guys might even know the guys or their kid or whatever. It's like, there's that video they did for that song, When I'm With You. And one of my favorite videos this label ever put out. And, God damn it. Every time I'd see the video, it pissed me off. I'd be like, man, it looks like I know in its pure form, it doesn't look like, but on YouTube, it looks like. And when a staff member sort of said to me, hey, there's AI now that can sort of upscale videos, I was like, okay, well, that's it. So, I mean, I came up with 8 million sort of things, and now they're all sort of coming out. And just, I love that. I love that something can just start it's probably not that different in some ways in songwriting. It's like you might have a little thought one night, or you might have a little idea about a song. And at that point, it's just an idea. It's just a kernel in your brain.
Yeah.
Maybe you hum something into a voice note. Maybe you write a couple of lyrics down.
Yeah.
And then when it actually comes to fruition and it actually turns into a song, there's something very satisfying about that.
That's a great segue into our new song, I See You, coming out August 1st. I had it, whatever, dude. I do this all the time. I wake up in the middle of the night for a pee, and I have a song in my head or whatever, and I'm like humming it, and it's like my voice is all grainy and I can barely, when I wake up the next day, I can barely even understand what the hell I'm trying to do. But
sounds hot.
But oh yeah, dude, it's
Right. Sorry, how do you do it into
ASMR,
a phone?
into the phone,
like a voice memo.
Yeah, so I grab the phone, I bring it usually into the bathroom so you can hear the piss hitting the toilet while I'm humming the.
That's hot.
Yeah, sorry guys, I don't mean to get you all unbothered.
I'd like to put out the piss demos.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, we'll talk after this, and maybe we'll put it out on a limited edition yellow vinyl.
I like it. I
Okay,
like it.
but anyways, so that was how the kernel you speak of was one of those, and then in the morning I really was motivated to work on it. I had a little bit of time off.
Do you ever forget that you even had the idea the next morning? And go, I did.
Well,
yeah,
definitely all the time. So I usually put I mark all my demos or my memos with emojis of what it is. If it's a guitar demo, the guitar emoji, blah blah blah. So I put the little sleepyhead emoji beside all these sleepy ideas, and I got a whole folder full of them. It's really my mission to kind of do a record that's only sleep ideas because I think it's such a neat thing to tap into the next day. Have to like communicate with that. So I'm like, because I'm trying to be like, the guitar tone sounds like Icky Thump and like whatever, and there's like distortion on the vocals, and the drums are like there's 2 mics in the room and like that, just like going and say it, and then I'd try to listen back in the morning and it's just like that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, and I get that too sometimes.
But in the moment it feels like it's my stroke of genius, like this is gonna be the thing that just sets it all over the edge.
You did have one of those, like one of the new songs coming out in this batch, Designated Driver. Like we recorded the whole version and everything, and we got to like the breakdown part, and like on the original demo that Brett recorded, he literally recorded it it was a piss take. It was in his bathroom.
I wasn't
like,
peeing. I finished.
He had finished peeing, but he was sitting on the John and he's recording it. And like that was just what we had in our mind as the demo forever. And I was always like, this sounds so good.
Yeah.
So like we recorded the song like professionally and stuff, and we re-recorded that part, and we were all the way at like kind of the mix of the song, and we're all kind of going like, I think that phone recording is cooler than this. Like it's authentic. You can hear the rawness in it. And like Danny was like, "Oh no way! I spent so long recording that part."
I will interject. It's only a 7-second part of the song. It's not we've replaced Danny's hard work with a fucking
so
demo.
You did end up using it.
Yeah. We fully put it in the song.
Yeah, we did insert like the original bathroom record. Dave's got an idea.
As long as it's only piss, as long as there isn't number 2 involved. Then
no, that's where Dave comes in.
I got to draw the line on that.
Sitting here like, some poop jokes. The big vein in Dave's head is going. He's ready, man. Yeah. I was going to ask, do you have a new story for us this time or no?
Yeah.
Come on. You've had a few shows since I've seen you last.
What do you mean a new story? There's some old ones?
He's got so many.
Every time we see him.
Too many poop
of
stories.
What nature? I'm not sure I'm understanding that.
They're mainly poop in my pants.
Give him a little sample. A little sample.
He used to be like every time we filmed a music video, he was like, "Hey guys, I got a new time. I my pants for you."
That's pretty true. Well, they're all backlogged. No pun intended.
Listen, if you really want to go there, I've got a hell of a story about myself.
You gotta,
and it's recent.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
So I, unfortunately, earlier this year, got a parasite.
Oh no.
In my system. Yeah.
Great movie.
And I was really sick. Like it was horrid.
Dude.
And to this day, I don't know how. I sort of asked the doctor. I said, well, it could be a couple of things. Like, do you have a dog? I said, yeah. Do you ever kiss your dog? I said, well, he kisses me. Yeah. He said, are there other dogs you're around? I said, yeah, a lot of people in my office have dogs. They're allowed to bring them into the office. You ever kiss those dogs? I said, yeah, doc. I'm a dog kisser. Okay. What's your goddamn point?
That's what I do.
Well, that's one way that you can get a parasite. He's like, do you ever eat that box salad like at Whole Foods? I said, yeah. There's another way you can get it. Anyways, ended up with this horrid thing. So I'm in the office, or I'm driving here in an Evo, which is a rental car. And I show up, and man, 2 blocks out, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna my pants. This is a nightmare. I'm like, am I gonna get to the office in time? And I get there, and I say, you're sort of walking like in a way that so that you don't unclench your muscles, and I'm sort of. And I somehow get into the building, and I immediately, nobody was here. It was like, 10 at night. Nobody was here. And like, I took my pants off in the lobby because I just didn't even want to, I just wanted to be, so I got my pants off.
Please tell me there's cameras there.
There are cameras there, but the stuff doesn't last.
Insert the clip.
Is there a spit take?
Yeah, too bad there's not a clip.
Cut to the clip.
So I was like, oh, I think I should myself. And I end up getting to the toilet and, do my business there. And that was kind of it for, I went up to my office and was working, and, maybe an hour later, I'm had to, go down to the bathroom again. And I'm walking down and I'm like, what did I just step in? I stepped in my own. I had, I guess, before I even got into the bathroom, some of it had come out on the floor, and I didn't know that. And I was in my socks too. I wasn't even like it. So there was an experience. Everybody has stepped in dog. How many of you can say you've stepped in your own? I can. And it's a hell of a thing. Not a hell of a good thing. It's a hell of a bad thing.
Damn, dude.
So that's my story.
Damn, dude.
What's your story?
Your assistant leaves for 1 week.
Yeah, and I'm myself. And it's bad.
Oh man. Okay, so I've got a couple, but I'll tell the shorter of the two. So this was I was going back quite a few years ago now, and we were heading to the airport, and I was married to my ex-wife, so it tells you how long ago this was. And we had to pick up my bass tech. So we picked up him. We're driving down the number 1 highway.
Who was that? Is somebody I know? Just out of curiosity.
Yes, actually, Robbie Dawson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of Nickelback fame.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're coming down the number 1. We get to about 232nd, and all of a sudden I'm driving, and my eyes just went.
Oh no!
And my wife, she knew. She can just tell. She's like,
she's been through this.
Yeah. She's like, you got don't you? I'm like, yeah, real bad, right? And so she's like, okay, well, there's a gas station coming up. You know, you can go in there and do your business. And so we come up to the gas station, and instead of turning into the gas station, I turn right and go down the road. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I ain't got time. I said, if somebody's behind the counter or somebody's waiting or somebody's in the bathroom, I'm going to shit myself, and I'm not getting on the plane with dirty diapers. Yeah. Right. So I go down the street, I pull the car over, I jump out, I jump over the ditch and pull my pants down in front of my wife and my tech, and Dumb and Dumber all over this poor front lawn. And I ask her for some napkins. Do my
Ask who? The person who's
the owner.
No. I left that there for them in the morning. It was too early to be knocking on anybody's door, telling them that I just all over the front lawn.
They'll find out soon.
Yes.
Especially when there's like napkins there, right? It's like, it wasn't even a dog. What?
I wonder what they thought. Like,
smart
I think
bear.
it was, clearly it wouldn't have been a dog. So
No.
they thought maybe Sasquatch had come by or something. It's, Yikes. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty good.
But hey, I got on that plane.
Yeah.
I'm glad we went
nice
down
and
this
clean.
avenue because
We're not a
Nolan and I used to work construction before, the music career took off, and we were doing this full time, which we of course are now.
That's right.
And, but yeah, like we work construction, and they do this, like, there's like this rubber sealant that goes around the outside of, like concrete forms.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever had any construction experience.
Blue skin.
But there's a fucking rubber seal. It's like paper, and then you spray on this glue. Okay, so I'm been tasked to do this because I'm 19 years old and I'm a construction laborer, and I'm whatever. You got to pull like the gravel away to get this shit on there or whatever. So I crouched down to get the gravel away, and little did I know the can of glue is directly under my. So I squat down on this can, and it sprays in through my jeans into my this industrial glue. And
Did you glue your shut?
I was convinced that I was done for. My house was like 15 minutes away from that job site. So I didn't speak to anyone. I just.
No, you spoke to me because I was the first aid attendant on the site, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So I gave him a bottle of eye wash, and I was like, go wash your ass out in the porta potty. And so I'm sitting outside the porta potty laughing, and I see all this water going splashing out the bottom. And he comes out like white as a ghost, like, I got to go home. I got to go home right now, man.
Because I couldn't finger my own ass. And I'm like, that's a problem.
Goes and
You
gets
should
the
have just turned him upside
tongue.
down. And
Yeah, I know, right? What did you do at home? Like shower right away?
I did. I
spread the cheeks
tried as hard as I could to take a that wasn't ready, so I can make sure my butthole still
did it just
worked.
go like up your back and like straight down to the floor?
Anyways, luckily my sphincter it's tight enough. Nothing penetrated.
Well,
so,
thank God for that.
That's right. Yeah.
You and my wife both. All right, guys. There you go. That's the segment. That's called Pooping Yourself with the Boys.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about like sort of the upcoming stuff coming out. So you mentioned one song that's coming out. Do we have a rough schedule of when things are coming out and what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm always the last to know.
Yeah, we got song number 1's coming out August 1st.
Great.
So that one we're hitting hard at radio. We're kind of hitting up all our old friends from over the years and doing a nice push. And then we got a follow up to that one, which is Florence Nightingale.
That's right.
And that one is
Eugene.
coming out in
Say the name of the first one just so we say it.
Oh,
the ICU.
Thank you.
the ICU. Yeah.
Yeah, the ICU. And then follow up to the ICU is Florence Nightingale.
Yeah.
That is coming out in September.
Nice.
And then
Now, why would you write a song about Florence Nightingale? Was it you who wrote it?
Yeah. I mean, it was just the hook. I think it was another one of those like little sleepy things. I was just like, oh, Florence Nightingale. It kind of sounded like a musical theater song or something like that. But
she was a nurse.
She was a nurse that it's like the syndrome.
Why is she famous? First World War?
Something.
one
I
of
believe
those.
is one of the wars, you know, but the patients would fall in love with her. She's such a babe, you know? So it's just like this woman, you know, the woman that takes care of you. It's so, of course, I wrote this about Dave.
Oh,
yes.
well.
He's my Florence Nightingale.
Look at that.
Yeah. Look at those
thank
sunnies.
you.
From like a production side of you, it's a cool song because like I think it's the first time we all really had the discipline of restraint on a song, like especially like me on the drums. Like I saw this video of Charlie Watts, and apparently like one thing he would always do is whenever he would hit the snare drum, he would pull up from the hi-hat. So it'd be like like
Just a weird little habit of his.
every time, because he wanted that like snare to really fill up the entire mix. And like, and if you take that concept and you look at his drumming, you're like, oh, he really actually pulls up like every beat he's doing. So I was like, I wanted to apply that on the drums, and we kind of just stacked. Everybody kind of did that same thing where we just like, how can we take out like less is more in this song? And like, it was the first time experimenting with that, and it just sounds huge because of it.
Yeah, it's really spacey. We really wanted to do like a comfortably numb thing kind of with it. Like we really wanted to go full psych rock kind of with it. And it was a challenge for Danny, and I think we're all really super stoked with how it turned out.
And Danny produced the whole record?
Yeah. He's been our producer
since the beginning.
We used to record our little records at home when we were still in high school, and then Danny was the first producer that ever showed interest. So we just kind of been
he was
with it. He's been our band dad for
Danny
like
saw
11
us
years.
I think 2013. We had just played, you remember the Cellar downtown?
Sure do.
Yeah, they had the Cellar launch project, and Danny was one of the judges for that.
Oh.
So we were still like underage. We had like the X's on our hands and stuff. And I think we're still in high school or just out of it.
Yeah, you guys
And so we were playing the Cellar launch. And then that same weekend that we played, Danny was walking at the, was it the Cloverdale Rodeo?
Yeah.
And he's walking with his family. He's got the twins and, you know, the double carts and stuff. And he's like, those are the guys I just saw on the weekend. And from there, you know, he came up and here's my card, boys. And it's been a match made since.
That's funny.
Literally same with Dave too. He's like, hey, I know a guy that can do video and photo pretty good, guys. And
there you are.
That's really like that's how far back it all started.
That's why Dave's here today. Yeah. He's our handler.
That's handler.
That's kind of how that's how the whole Rock is Dead thing started. It started with these guys, right? And we've been working with them.
So they are to
forever.
you, to Rock, the Vidos are to Rock is Dead as Theory of a Dead Man is to 604.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, Danny's a solid dude, and I have known him way too long now.
I'll let him know you said that. We're supposed to be besmirching his character, but we said nothing but nice things about him.
I know what's going on.
It's hard to think
It's
of him
okay.
much to say
He's a
that's
sweet
negative
man.
about that.
There
dude.
isn't. He's
got a good heart, and he's a good guy. And
Right.
you know, some of my earliest memories of Default also revolved around his dad, rest in peace, Ian,
yeah.
who was very involved.
Ian was
Loved the band. He was so, man. I remember we showcased you guys at the Commodore, and it was for maybe the Roadrunner people. And I just remember after the show, we were all in that sort of backstage area of the Commodore, and you know, there was a bunch of record weasels from the States there. And man, Ian had the biggest grin on his. He was so goddamn proud.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was nice.
The last solid memory I have of Ian was when we played Canada Day, and it was up on Seymour, and he showed up with a big picnic basket full of like 3 whole chickens. He was just like, gotta feed my boys. Gotta feed my boys.
Yeah. That was his thing. He liked to kill them right on the spot.
He's like Liver King.
Eat them raw. Yeah. That's right. Give me the giblets. That was his thing. No, that's funny. And I believe I was there because I was part of that Seafox series where Seafox would have bands.
Yes. Yep.
People who were in Seeds would have a gig up on.
Yep.
Because I remember doing it with Matthew Good Band. I remember doing it with Nickelback. I remember doing it with you guys and maybe a couple of other bands. So that's pretty funny, actually.
Did we play there with Templar, maybe?
Who I managed, first band I ever managed.
Oh, wow.
Which is another story
for
for another podcast.
Cliffhanger.
Not really. It's pretty boring.
Okay.
Nothing really happened. And
what was the anima thing you guys are talking about? Is that also a former band name of
Yes,
Default that I've never heard about?
Was
Sounds like a Dave idea.
actually, that was
before Dave. I believe.
Yeah.
No, my band name was Champy.
Champy.
What the is it with these made up words? What was the other one?
Shampoo.
Goya?
Champy.
What the hell is this?
Hey, Goya's an artist. He was an artist.
Wasn't that the whale, the Sea World? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I hate myself. I'm
Now
sorry.
I know what I thought your band name was. Golem,
Golem.
Golem.
which is a thing.
Yeah.
Golem is a thing,
A flying golem.
but it's like
Golem. What is a golem?
it's like a monster. Like
Gollum, but goal?
No,
Yeah.
it comes, believe it or not, from Jewish lore. Like it's like a monster in Jewish lore, the golem. But it's been in movies and stuff. Golem. For those of you at home who want to look it up and expand your knowledge about things that really don't matter.
Get
There you
on
go.
it.
Yeah. No, Goya. Goya was he was an artist.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So
What was his first name?
Oh,
Sorry,
I don't know.
Goya.
I
if you're
didn't.
at
I
home
didn't.
watching.
That wasn't. I didn't come up with the name. That was my guitar player. He was in art school at the time, and he was the one that brought.
Who are
the-
those dudes? Just, I
like
mean,
it.
do you still know any of them?
Oh yeah. You know, I still talk to them. You know, I don't talk to them all on a regular basis, but they were pissed with me. They were
For leaving?
Oh yeah. I went after that hang with you and Chad and Lenny after he took us out, and we went to the Shark Club and got us all pissed up, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm in, you know, and I went and told my band the next day that I was leaving them for a younger band, and yeah, they were quite pissed. I think I got married like within a couple weeks right after that, and they were all supposed to come. None of them showed up except ironically the singer who I had just talked into leaving his band for my band, and then I ended up leaving. And but he came, but you know, I still am friends with all of them now. They all realized that it was
Was that guy Leon in
move.
that band?
Leon was in Shock the Day in
Leon
Enema.
Shock the Day.
Shock the Day.
You took Dwayne's place?
Yes. Yeah.
God, I can't believe I even remember that dude's name.
You're
Kelly
good with
Moss,
names.
Shocky Day.
Crazy. Some stuff I'm great at remembering, and then some that I can't remember my kid's name. You know, it's like. But whatever happened to Dwayne?
I heard that Dwayne lost a couple fingers at work.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that answer.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, he was a good dude. He was a good guy, and yeah, it always sucks to, you know, replace somebody and be that guy and have everybody, you know, within that circle, you know, kind of giving you those, you know, you can.
My recollection of him was that he just wasn't very rock. Like he just was sort of didn't fit the part, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know? But God, that's a long time ago. I should shut my mouth. I really can't remember much of anything. I just kind of remember that. It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when I first met Dallas, even he didn't seem very rock to me either.
True.
You know, like it was
Still doesn't.
Yeah. I remember meeting him for the first time, and he had big, thick corduroy pants, baggy corduroy pants.
Oh God!
And this like page boy haircut, and I was like, "This is the singer? What am I getting into here?"
Yeah.
And then he sang, and it was like, "Okay, now I get it.
He may have the most perfect pitch of any singer I've ever like. His ability to do that live is uncanny.
And in the studio, like he's a one take Jake. He's an anomaly. Like he really is. And I mean, there's a reason why he's had a good career in the country world and everything like that, because man, he's just talented, and it just comes effortlessly to him. Right. But that's the kind of guy that Dallas is. It's like whatever he does, whatever he decides to do, he's good at it. And it pisses me off because I won't play video games with him anymore. I won't play foosball with him anymore because he just kicks my ass in everything. Yeah. And it's like, screw you, Dallas. Like, let's try something you're crappy at. How about that? All right.
And even escape the bus when you're chasing him.
You can run faster than me.
You mentioned this earlier. Yeah. I just don't know why, just coming back in my brain. You guys first met playing hockey? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Like you all played junior, like not junior hockey, but like phantom hockey or whatever it was
like
called.
Pee-wee. It was like Pee-wee back in the day. And like we were just like
in Langley,
with Langley Eagles. And so that's where Kirk and I started out. And man, like I loved Kirk specifically because he could play guitar. Because back when he was 12, he drove me nuts. Like there was like, I think my dad got like a DUI for smoking weed and driving. So all of a sudden I couldn't go on the hockey tournaments. So what did we have to do? We had to carpool with Kirk and his grandpa. So that was like the first time I really got to spend some time with him and stuff. And man, like he would make me late to every game, every practice. The coach would make me do the push-ups.
What position were you?
I was goalie.
And him?
He was left winger.
And did you play?
No, I can't skate, dude. There's video proof.
Oh man,
yeah.
He was the mascot.
I'm a massive hockey fan. I was.
Are you?
Yeah.
Die hard Canucks.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
dude.
I go to every single game.
Are you happy with the signings?
Dude, are you happy with Abby?
That was amazing.
Let's go.
Right?
That was amazing.
Hell yeah.
I think we're in an interesting spot this year, and it's weird to have a glutton of defensemen and goalies and not really have a second line center.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed that Suter signed somewhere else.
Me too,
I really was hoping they'd find a way, and I'm still not sure I understand why they didn't.
No.
I think our defense is among the best in the league now.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're stacked, dude.
Marcus, all the Pettersons,
man.
or at least the two who are defensemen, are both incredible.
Yeah.
And obviously Quinn Hughes, Mancini.
We got Hronek. We still got Hronek, dude.
We still have Hronek. I mean, our defense is great.
I know.
We've got 3 goalies, and yes, the Demko thing's weird because who knows, and who knows if he gets hurt. And
we'll see.
What do you think? What's your gut feeling with like the goalie situation?
that somebody is going to get traded.
Yeah,
You
soon.
think maybe Arturs?
If it was me, and boy, God help me for saying this, because probably going to piss some people off, I'd probably trade Demko. I'm just too nervous of him now because of the injuries.
Yeah.
It's just too nerve-wracking. Because, like, think about it. Like, what would have happened if he hadn't been injured 2 years ago? Would we have won that round?
Yeah.
We certainly would have had a hell of a chance.
Yeah, dude.
So that part's a little. I was really happy they signed Besser, re-signed him.
Hell yeah.
Because not only is he a good player, let's face it. Last year, a lot of the was about what was going on in the locker room.
Yeah.
And everybody says the same thing about him. He's like in the locker room. Everybody loves the guy.
Yeah.
Like, and that matters. I think that does matter.
Totally.
So I was happy about that. And it's funny because like I see a lot of Canucks at Whole Foods, like the Whole Foods near 8th and Cambie.
Yeah.
And like the Sedins are in there, and I always say hi to them. I'm just not in a goofy fanboy way, but just oh hey Henrik. It's like oh hello. He's like, Henrik and Daniel are always very nice. Besser's awesome. I'd be like hey Brock. Hey, he's just like how's it going, man? Quinn Hughes stares at the ground, walks about 5 feet behind his girlfriend who's doing the shopping. I assume it's his girlfriend. And he's looking at his phone. The body language is don't even think about talking to me.
Really?
Now, he might be I've heard he's a nice guy. I think he's a shy guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Who just doesn't, I don't think he's I think he just,
social
yeah, I think so,
situation.
especially in this city.
That's okay, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just keep doing you, Quinn. If you're watching,
it's working.
Well, I met him. I was lucky to meet him the year we drafted him, or the first year he was going to play with us. I was in Toronto, and I was having a staff dinner with our Toronto office. We were sitting at this restaurant, Tironi in Toronto. Give a shout out to Tironi, and we're sitting there talking. I look over and said, who are those? I feel like I know who those. It was Tanev and Hughes. And I was like, I gotta go. I have to figure out a way to go say hi. Like, and this, everybody's like, oh, leave it alone, man. They're out for dinner. Just leave them alone. So no, I'm not gonna leave them alone.
Yeah.
So luckily they were sitting by the washroom. So I went to the washroom and I was like, oh, like I pretended like I hadn't seen them. I said, oh, what are you guys doing here? Like, oh, well, we're doing some training here. And I think the Canucks had sort of sent Tanev out to kind of help him.
Right.
And sort of help him along.
Totally.
They were very nice. And Quinn Hughes was very, very nice. And I said, I dropped a couple of names. I was like, oh, I knew that, speaking of Dallas, I knew Dallas had just played Bo Horvat's wedding. So I said, oh, I
so
work.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
I said, hey, I Dallas Smith's on my record label.
Yeah.
And Tanev looked at me, said, you're the Nickelback guy. I said, yeah. He said, oh man, that's great. Like, really nice to meet you. He was so kind. Really nice to meet you. And, man, I said, okay, guys, look, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being a stupid fanboy. I said, thank you for, no problem. And when they left, they came over to our table. Really nice to meet you. Just wanted to, say, and Tanev said, which I know he was joking, but it was funny. He's like, what section are you in? I said, 108. I'll look for you.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's
nice.
cool.
Yeah. So Quinn at least said that he seemed very, very nice, just very shy.
Yeah,
dude. He's the man.
He's the man.
He's working.
And he's Jewish.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Come on. That's why I always say that on Twitter when he scores, Quinn Hughes, King of the Jews.
Hell yeah.
Which,
we gotta follow you on socials.
Yeah, there you go.
On all sorts of shit, apparently.
So I'm cautiously optimistic.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Like, I think it's one of those things where, like, 2 years ago, everything went right. Last year, everything went wrong.
Yeah.
If we just have most things go right, I think we're a playoff team again.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel?
I'm interested to see how Kane does on one of the wings. I think he might ignite Besser's fire again, honestly, dude.
And can he maybe be the guy that Pettersson needs?
Well, exactly. It might be a controversial take, but I'm actually really excited about the sign.
So am I. And
see how it goes.
When I read it on socials at first, I was like, you gotta be. We went for all these locker room problems, and now you hire the guy who's the king of locker room problems.
Yeah.
But you know what changed my mind a bit, or at least made me go, let's give him a chance? Edmonton Oilers socials. The fans were pissed.
Yeah.
Pissed. He was our best player in the playoffs. This is, he was the grit of this team.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well then, you know what? If those are the people who saw him day in, day out, I guess they really didn't because he didn't play much last year.
Not last
But they
year.
at least saw him in the playoffs day in, day out.
Yeah.
And they were all pissed.
It is a huge part of the cup run the prior year. Too,
absolutely.
Like, the whole season.
Yeah.
And he wants to be a Canuck.
Well, he's from here.
And that's just it. Like all of his interviews, he's like proud.
He went to high school at the high school that's like literally a block from my house.
Awesome.
So I don't know. I thought,
it's good to have him. I mean, I was a huge Giants fan back when he was banging him and Lucic and Gallagher and all those guys. So the Memorial Cup team.
He was banging Lucic.
Oh,
that's big.
I have the footage. We'll talk later.
Scandal.
Okay, well, I'll try and take you to a game this year.
Oh, that'd be great.
I didn't know you were. I have a list of, because I only like taking people who are into it.
Oh, dude,
I'm done. I will not ever again put up with what's icing. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm not putting somebody down. If you're not into it, great. You're not into it. I don't care. I'm not judging. I just don't want to be sitting through a game with you.
Yeah.
And I've got great seats.
Hell
I'm not much of a.
Dude.
What's that?
Is it always 108?
Yeah, Tanev's going to be looking for him.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. No, it's my one indulgence in my life.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I just love it. And I walk from the building. It's always like a bit of a ritual. And it's nice. So
excited for the PWHL too, man. I think that's good. Having Sarah Nurse in town.
Yep.
Actually, a lot of star power.
Yep.
Their goalies are great. Like,
yes.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It should be interesting. But
Good year for hockey in Van.
Damn right.
All right. Well, geez, I don't know. Is there anything you want to leave us with? Any? We've talked about your releases. We've talked about some tour day. When does the tour start?
August 15th. Please look out for us. Regina, we're coming for you. Saskatoon, Medicine Hat, Calgary, 2 shows. Edmonton, 2 shows. And then Victoria, September 19th. That's a month later, but we're coming for you to Wicket Hall.
Oh yeah.
God bless. Named after your dog.
How did you remember that, huh?
Yeah.
He wasn't following you.
No.
That's right.
Wicket's pretty popular in this building.
Slowly.
So
dude.
That was the first show you guys got back together that you guys played was at the Wicket Hall there back in 2018.
Right. Who's that? Default?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because that's how you guys did the Wicket Hall. It was called District back then.
District
Oh,
nightclub,
yeah.
And then Commodore.
And
we bullied you guys into letting us open for those 2 dates.
Is Default playing dates this summer?
Yeah, actually, we've played a few. We had our first American show here. We just played Colorado Springs last weekend. Or not last weekend, the weekend before.
How was that?
It was good. Yeah, about 10,000 people were in attendance, so it was good.
Like a festival?
Yeah, we played with Amber Lynn and Vertical Horizon.
Oh, wow. Boy, there's a lot of those tours that are happening now of like bands from that era.
Well, we just did that cruise too, right? The Creed cruise, the summer of '99 and beyond, which was
with Creed.
Yeah, they headlined. It was Seven Dust, Lit, Hoobastank,
Big Wreck,
Hinder, Big Wreck, Marcy's Playground.
Wow,
yeah,
that's interesting because I saw Nickelback, Creed, Seven Dust. What year would that have been?
Oh, geez, I think I saw that too. That was at Rogers, right?
And it was when Creed canceled, right before they went on. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. So that would have been the first album. So it would have been The State for Nickelback.
Yeah.
So 98, 99. And it was at BC Place, not at the arena.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Ron Berman, who was the guy who signed Nickelback, their A&R guy from Roadrunner, was there. So I was sitting there. It's me, my wife Jennifer, and Ron sitting together. And, Seven Dust go on, they're great. Nickelback goes on, they're great. Everybody's waiting. And, it's the whole entire place smells like pot. And, all you can hear is Creed, 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 Creed. And all of a sudden, these security guys come over to us and say, you're with the band, right? And we're like, we're with Nickelback. You might want to leave. They're about to cancel. Creed's about to cancel. Like, good night. And so we got and there was a riot, full on riot. Wow. And I don't know, they said he was having a voice problem, or that he was sick, but I know he was on the golf course in Vancouver the next day. So yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to do a run with them. And it got canceled as well because Scott was in a car accident at that point. And we were pretty bummed out about that. But then we did end up going back out with them again. And that was an awesome run.
Creed, I know a lot of people hate them, but I have to say that it has stood up pretty well for me. And it's mostly Tremonti.
He's a monster.
What a guitar player.
Crap.
The intricacy of some of those runs or some of the picking stuff he does, almost more impressive on the ballads than even on the rockers, where, it'll just blow my mind. Anyways, I don't know. I know people don't like that band, but
you know what? After
company,
we've had people like
huge Creed fan.
We've done a couple like cover gigs this year, and we had some people screaming Creed at us. I was like, cool.
We don't know it, but
Nice.
we'll get back to them. Yeah.
After seeing those guys, man, after seeing them on the cruise, there's a reason why they were huge, man. Those songs are just
they're really good.
They're epic. They're just huge.
Is it the original Four Dudes?
Yeah. Yep.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Love that. All right. Well, listen, this has been fun. So thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. And so that'll wrap it, I think, for this episode of Versus. Thank you for everybody out there watching.